Breaking news. According to UK intelligence, Russian casualties have increased by a factor of 10 as a result of Putin's generals' ferocious attacks on a small city in the east. In the eastern Ukrainian region of Avdiivka, Russia has been conducting offensive operations. According to the UK Ministry of Defence, Russian casualties have increased by a factor of 90% due to the attacks. Russia has gained some ground, but at the cost of many lives and many weapons. According to a report from the UK Ministry of Defence, Russian offensive military campaigns in eastern Ukraine have contributed to a 90% increase in Russian casualties recorded by Ukraine. Avdiivka is a small city to the north of Donetsk where Russia has been conducting offensive operations. Russia has gained very little ground but has lost a lot of soldiers and weapons as a result of these moves. Ukrainian forces are currently engaged in counteroffensive operations in the south and east of the country, reclaiming territory occupied by Russia. As the Institute for the Study of War, a think tank based in the United States, has previously stated, Russian forces likely intend attacks in the Avdiivka area to fix Ukrainian forces and prevent them from redeploying to other areas of the front. However, Ukrainian officials have already identified the Avdiivka push as a Russian fixing operation, and they are unlikely to unduly commit Ukrainian manpower to this axis, according to the think tank. Because of financial incentives and its partial mobilization last year, Russia is able to commit to such costly attacks, the UK MOD said in its update. This increase of personnel is the major factor behind Russia's ability to both defend held territory and conduct costly assaults, the statement stated. According to the report, between 150,000 and 190,000 permanent casualties, dead and permanently injured, had been sustained by the Russian armed forces since Putin's all-out invasion began in February 2022. The Wagner Group, led by Yevgeny Prigozhin until his rumored death in a plane crash in August, and their prisoner battalions who fought in Bakhmut are not included in those numbers. According to data gathered by British spies, Russia has suffered casualties numbering anywhere from 180,000 to 190,000. This number rises to 280,000 when wounded soldiers who have made a full recovery are factored in. European Pravda cites a Twitter, X, post from the United Kingdom's Defence Intelligence Service for the 22nd of October. According to the Ukrainian Ministry of Defence, Russian casualties have increased by 90% as a result of recent attacks on Avdiivka. With financial incentives and a partial mobilization in the fall of 2022, Russia has greatly increased its military presence in Ukraine since February 2022. Russia can now defend its occupied territory and launch costly offensive operations thanks to this increase in manpower. According to experts in the United Kingdom, between 150,000 and 190,000 Russians have been killed or permanently injured since the start of the all-out invasion. There were probably between 240,000 and 290,000 casualties on the Russian side, and that doesn't count the soldiers who will recover and possibly return to the battlefield. According to UK Defence Intelligence, this number does not account for the Wagner Group or their incarcerated battalions that fought in the Battle of Bakhmut. Earlier, British intelligence had estimated that Russia had lost at least half of its airborne troops, or 15,000 people, during its war of aggression against Ukraine. The United States estimates that over the course of the nearly 2 years of full-scale war between Russia and Ukraine, nearly 500,000 Russian soldiers have been killed or wounded.